Hello world, it is a gorgeous morning here in Defiance on Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. Sunny, much cooler this morning and much lower humidity, which was quite pleasant. So I was able to get out for a run this morning and enjoy the weather. I hope you do too, because I think the hot weather is coming back. The devotional for today is entitled For the Sake of Expediency. And it's written by Rachel Hackenberg, and she bases her devotional on Jeremiah chapter 38, verses 4 through 6, and it says in parentheses, adapted. The officials said to the king, Jeremiah ought to be put to death because he's discouraging the people who are left in the city. King Zedekiah said, here he is, I won't stop you. So they took Jeremiah and threw him into the cistern. Rachel writes, King Zedekiah is a politician of convenience, a man who avoids conflict when possible and, when it's not possible, casts his net wide in hopes of a bailout from any possible source. Trying to get out from under the thumb of the Babylonians, Zedekiah's solution is to call the Egyptians and Jeremiah and every prophet he knows for protection. Enjoying a brief reprieve from war, Zedekiah appeases his politicians who want Jeremiah silenced and locked up so they can maintain the illusion of peace in the city. Frightened again by Babylonian advances, Zedekiah secretly approves Jeremiah's release and hopes that God will do the same for Jerusalem. By any means necessary is Zedekiah's slogan, even if it means throwing someone under the bus, out on the street, or into the cistern's mud. Temporary peace by any means necessary. Silencing critics by any means necessary. Saving face by any means necessary. And when all else fails, lie that you never said such a thing. Send the women and children out to seek peace or run away and hide. Stay at the top by any means necessary. It's a strategy of power that has been taught through the generations. Pledge allegiance to many gods, wealth, nation, race, religion, war. To guard what you believe to be yours. Of Zedekiah's foolish game, Jeremiah prophesies. The women and children will say of you, your allegiances have betrayed you, and your feet are stuck in the mud. How stuck are we? By our own allegiances. In prayer. We have taken the blessed dust of which you made us, and the holy rain of which you made the earth, and we have made a muddy mess. Forgive us not for the sake of expediency, but for the sake of your name. Amen. There's a lot to think about in that devotional today, and I guess one of the things that strikes me is how we can get stuck in the mud, especially if we, as an example, if we have investments or retirement accounts, and we worry about what they're doing in the economy, especially with the coronavirus, and wonder if we should be pushing to have the economy reopen so that our accounts can go back up, kind of ignoring or disregarding the fact that if we don't really have any kind of protocols in place or safety in place, the numbers are going to go up. The number of people with the virus and the number of people dying are going to go up. That's kind of what's happening right now in the United States. The United States is one of the hot spots for the coronavirus in the world. Although we're only 4% of the population, we currently account for 25% of the worldwide deaths. And it's looking at the numbers for the last couple weeks. It's a little worrisome. So that's kind of an example of getting stuck in the mud, trying to do what we think is best for ourselves, in a way, rather than what's best for everyone. And it's hard. It's really hard for all of us to get through those kind of situations, because none of us really like pain or inconvenience. And sometimes for the good of everyone else, we may have to do a little bit of that. So So think about her last question. How stuck are we by our own allegiances? Think about that and pray about it. And consider what you might be able to do to make a change. And I'll do the same thing. And I'll talk to you soon.